I'm Tim Ellis, and thank you for joining us for Laneway Live. Tonight's special guest is a legend in close-up magic. He's a FISM Award winner, a guest of honor at Fector's Finger Flicking Frolic, and my good friend. Please welcome Boris Wild.
Oh, yeah, who's the guy in the audience there?
That's most of my studio audience. We're filming in front of a dead studio audience. Have a look.
Yeah,
Well, he was here.
The guy. I don't know.
Oh.
There's a creepy guy there. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Boris, in Paris, what's it like in
Yes.
the city of Gay Paris at the moment?
I don't know if it's Gay Paris. I haven't seen the city for a little while now.
How long have you been in lockdown?
I think it's day 12 now. I should check Twitter because that's usually the top tweet, like confinement jour 12 in French, like, day 12. It's different. It's definitely a different lifestyle that we all have right now. But hey, we have to deal with that, and it's for the best for all of us.
Yes, it's a big challenge. And we had the beaches all locked down in Australia because people ran out and started crazy. Hey, it's a beautiful day. Let's go and have a party. Go for a swim. You had that sort of thing happening?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just we had terrible weather like in February, etc. And then like since we're on lockdown, the weather is gorgeous and beautiful. So yes, the same thing in Paris. They have to close the banks of the River Seine because people were like all going out and be like, oh yes, we got extra bonus days of like vacation. Like, no, no, just don't do that. But it's pretty much universal. I mean, it's people want to go out when they can't go out. And when it's always like same thing. It's like vice versa. So yeah, stay at home. You want to go out and say, yeah, go out. Say, oh no, I don't feel like it. I'm going to stay at home tonight.
And we also have noticed a lot of countries now, because there's so much or so little travel and so little pollution. Venice has become like crystal clear canals, and you can see the fish. Is the same thing happening in Paris?
Yeah, they just announced yesterday that the quality of the air in Paris has never been that good for the last 40 years. So
it's really good now.
Well, yes, of course.
Just when you can't go out to enjoy it.
That's the irony of it. That's what I said earlier. It's just like, it's, whenever you want to do something, you can't. And when they say, yeah, you can do it. Yeah, no.
Now, then you were sort of caught off guard because you have just started a new show.
Yes, well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I started at the end of the 2019 and early 2020 here, and of course, I had to stop. But yes, by one-man show, and it's something I've been working for a little time. I even did like a pre-version of it at the Melbourne Magic Festival several years ago, CRESCENDO, and I just refined it year after year. It's like pretty much like a best of show. So like all my creations and the acts and everything, I've been a little bit known for, has been all put together like, with something current and smooth for a show. And I'm very happy with that show here. And then I can't wait to, just to perform it again once all the madness is over. But it's a fun show to do. I like it.
And you've released a French version of it on YouTube.
Yes, because we're all in lockdown and people started to say, hey, okay, now we can't go out, we can't go to theaters, and let's share the magic from home. And I was like, okay, well, in February, just before the lockdown, I did there's this new thing in Paris called the close-up room. So sorry, it's in English, not French. The name is called the close-up room, even in French. And so it's a monthly close-up show with different performers every month. And started, the big premiere was in February, and they say, "Would you like to be the headliner for the first one?" Like, sure. So it's always nice to support good initiatives and ideas. So I did it, and I did about like 30 minutes at the end of the show, and it was filmed. And I thought, hey, maybe it should be a good moment for people who can't go, to the theater now, just to show that. So it's like pretty much 3 minutes of the one-man show that I put online. But yeah, it was fun.
And for people who don't know you, you're best known for your FISM award-winning act, the Kiss Act.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Yes, that's pretty much my signature piece, and that's why I'm now called it's the guy with the kiss. I'm the guy with the kiss. But I'm very happy with that because
And
I'm
then
French, so.
you created the Butterfly Act after that as a sequel.
Yeah, exactly. That was an interesting interesting way an interesting approach, I think, to create something after. When you do you do an act and you travel all over the world with it, you're already at FISM with it, and after a while you're like, okay, now I want to do something else, and I want to create something, another act. First time when you arrive at FISM, and at that time nobody knew me, so there's no pressure. But now there is a big pressure because everybody's like, okay, will he do it the entire life, or do something new now? And if he does something new, will I like it better, or at least pretty much the same, or will I be disappointed? And of course, you don't want to be disappointed. You don't want to disappoint people, because there's a little pressure on people are expecting something from you. So I got two options at that time. I was like, should I do something very different, like nothing about romance and poetry, or should I do something in the same spirit but different? So I gave it a lot of thought, and I was like, I built this image of this French performer and doing romantic things, and which is something at that time was quite unique, because I remember at FISM when I arrived to the competition and I gave my CD to the tech guy, and he looked at me and was like, oh no, stage competition is later today. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing stage, I'm doing close-up. I said, why'd you give me a CD then? Because I use music. And he looked at me, took my CD, and be like, oh. So I mean, I tell that story now in 2020 and people look at me like, really? But think about it, FISM was in 97, so at that time, as far as I remember, I was the only one using music in close-up, and I was not like talking over music. I was just using music as the only sound element in my act. And so at that time it was unusual, yeah. But so I had this thing at that time that I created and I popularized with the Kiss Act, and I was like, okay, well, I took so much time and and now I have this image. Why breaking it now and just I should keep doing it and do something else? And that, so Butterfly was a little darker than but the Kiss Act, which was more like a happy love story. But because there was time in between, of course, and I got older, and I thought also for people who just enjoyed it. All the others, we didn't enjoy the Kiss Act because it was a little too, unicorns and rainbows for them. I thought the Butterfly Act would be, something that they might enjoy too, because I think it's a bit more emotional, but a little darker, because it's about lost love, and I played more with the cards, like with the cutouts and the frame and everything. So yeah, it was an interesting path to get to that act, honestly. But I'm not planning to do a trilogy. So far,
I thought that's what we were getting to. I thought that's kind of...
Can't really tell anything after that.
I know, Kiss, Butterfly, Phoenix.
Well, I use Phoenix cards for the butterflies. There we go.
It's all branding. It's all branding. Now, of course, after that, you ended up on the jury of FISM with me.
Yes. Oh, yes. Absolutely. Yeah. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I did Stockholm and Beijing. And so at Beijing I was head of the jury. I remember that perfectly. We had lots of fun, honestly.
I love the fact one of the things we used to do was we had a little game where, as an act would walk out, we'd write a score, put on a piece of paper, and then judge them. And we'd add up all, how many points for showmanship, how many points for technique, how many points for magical atmosphere, add it all up. And then each time we'd like, same. But the thing that freaked me out was then we would show each other the score, and we had scored the same for the acts as well.
That's true.
It's so funny how as soon as someone walks out on stage at FISM, if you've judged before, you just know what they're going to do. Yeah,
and it's just fun to say, okay, I bet this, and unless it's very unusual and that I really downplay first, and it's just a big surprise or something, like, oh, okay, got me, and it's very enjoyable. But 95% of the time we're like, nope. we got it, especially the bad ones. That's just very obvious. I mean, it's amazing that nobody, the guy doesn't do anything. He just walks out. After 8 seconds, you're like, and yeah, most of the time you were right. So,
It was amazing.
how?
There was one guy, I think it was Beijing FISM, who did the mentalism act. We weren't judging close up. We were just judging close up, not stage. But he did the mentalism, and he was blindfolded. Do you remember him? So
I think. What he did?
He's blindfolded, doing, you know, I'm getting the impression of this and this and this. So because he was blindfolded, he hadn't thought it through. At FISM, at a certain point, as your time is running out,
Oh yeah, the lights. Yeah,
the lights come on and warn you you've only got a minute left, and then the red light comes on and says that's it.
And he didn't see them, obviously.
Yeah,
he
didn't see them. So he's doing his act. He's blindfolded. He's yes, and the light goes. People are going, hurry up from the audience. And then the red light comes on. The curtains close, and he's still doing the act. It would have
that's the
takes the blindfold off.
Yeah, the technicians were mean because they closed the curtain but didn't turn off the microphone. So that was just, no, turn the microphone off first and then close the curtain. Like, okay, we get now. But I
think they're giving him the chance to get the revelation out and to at least get the right card or whatever he's doing.
No, I think from what I've heard, he's still backstage and he's still like finishing his act right now and he doesn't even know. It's just like.
We had a lot of fun at FISM. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah. So yeah, judging is a very interesting thing to do, honestly, and it's rather good. We had a good group all together with with you and the other guys. It was just lots of fun.
Yeah, and then as you became more and more renowned for your innovative magic, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But you then got I think an even greater honor than a FISM award, being the guest of honor at Fectors 4F.
Oh yes. Well, yes. I mean, it's 4F is, if people don't know, it's just it's close-up. It's the close-up convention in the world by invitation only. About 200 people invited every year, and every year there's a guest of honor. And I started to go there. My first year was Johnny Thompson, and before they were like Harry Lorraine and Daryl and. I mean, so many people, like, Hensley, and you're like, wow, that's pretty much the who's who of magic. And yeah, that year in 2007, they were like, okay, and they were at that time they were revealing the guest offer for next year, and we didn't know. It was the big surprise. Everybody was waiting the last day, and they were taking the poster and just turn it over, and like, yeah, next year it's going to be him or her, and. And in 2007, I was just sitting like, okay, well, can't wait to see who's next year. And they turn the poster over and I see my face and I'm like, oh my God, no way. And so, yeah, I was not expecting that, honestly. I didn't think I would deserve it. I was also, it's not that I'm very old right now, but I'm still, I was like really young at that time. And I was like, yeah. I mean,
you're probably one of the youngest ever guest of honors.
I was, yeah. I've been the youngest. I think I'm still, as of today, I'm still the youngest who's ever got the guest of honor at that time. But I was like shocked. I just broke into tears. But I really worked hard for a year just to make sure that to prove that I deserve this honor. And so I really worked hard, and the next year I did it. And honestly, my biggest honor was, of course, being guest of honor is amazing, but to also get the MVP award. I mean, you got the MVP award before 4F, you know what it is. And so, because that's the, the words from the attendees of the magicians. I mean, they think you were the one who made the convention.
Yeah. And
so when I got it, I was like, okay, well, nobody disagreed with the fact that I was even maybe young, and I'd done a few things in my life, but it was worth enough to have this title.
Did you actually spend the year like creating new magic to premiere at 4F?
Well, I did, yes. I put like this lecture, because when you're guest of honor, you got this you got the Thursday night for you, so you got like pretty much 2 hours, and you can do whatever you want, show, lecture, and stuff. So Yeah, I created new stuff for the occasion. I also wanted to show, of course, my my best creations or the things I've been known for, because they're like newcomers every year at 4F, and they always like to to see the guys and the guy who just the creators and see what they do. Like when Alex Emsley was at 4F the first time, when I see him at 4F the first time, I was eagerly waiting for his performance and see him doing an Emsley count, because I'm like, hey, I saw Alex Emsley doing an Emsley count.
Which
And
he probably just refers to as a count.
Like, probably for him, but I mean, oh my God, there was a story. He was performing and he did a routine with lots of counts. I won't say Emsley counts, but lots of counts. And I don't know if I should say that, but he screwed up one. So he did the count, and he's like, oops, and he just moved the count back and he did again. And people, of course, and he just looked. It was magicians in the room, so everybody looked like stunned. They were like, did we just see what that really? And we're like, did we just see Alex Emsley scream up an Emsley count? I'm like, yes. And of course, he just made a joke about it. He just, he took it perfectly, because he's Alex Emsley, he's one of our masters. And it doesn't really matter if it was in front of an audience. It was just like counting cards, and you're like, okay, 1, 2, 3, okay, yeah, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see perfectly. So it works perfectly. But for us, seeing Alex Emsley doing that, we were like, oh my God. So yes,
history.
So true. So yeah, in my case, I wanted to show things, and I did 2 things special for that year. First is I explained my FISM act, which I've never explained before, and it was something very special that I wanted to do for 4F, because we're all together between us, and we know that this is the place where you can show, explain, and tip things, and it's going to stay between us. And also, I did a parody of the Kiss
Yes.
after, with a very different twist, I would say. So there was no kisses and no picture of a girl, but this,
It was memorable, very memorable.
Leather mustache and.
Should I put the photo there if I find it, or?
You can if you want. Because people who know the Kiss act, they have never seen that one, obviously, because again, it was something special for the occasion. And yeah, but I mean, I was happy I did that, because obviously it was my year, the guest of honor and everything. I got my FISM act that I've been known for, and I didn't even perform my FISM act on that night. I mean, how crazy is that? You would think, okay, that's my year, that's my thing. I need to, of course, do the thing I'm the most known for. And I started doing it for like 30 seconds, and I'm like, oh, no, I'm not doing that. Sorry, you've seen it before. Let's do something different tonight, a bit more dynamic and masculine. And then they put the Macho Man music from Village People, and I did the parody of my act with the guy in the mustache instead of the kisses. But I got a bigger response, I think, than if I would perform the Kiss act, because they knew it.
Of course.
And they were like standing for like 1 or 2 minutes at the end, like laughing and cheering. I was like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting. I thought it was just a joke, but it worked so well. And every year at 4F I go now, there's always at least one person talking about it, since that was 13 years ago. So I made the right move, I guess, that year.
You certainly did. I mean, 4F is like, for anyone who's into close-up magic, it is the goal to get invited to 4F.
Oh yeah, it's the place where yeah, like it's everybody. Well, I mean, everybody's there. Like the first year lecture, I was like, okay, guys, so I need someone to pick a card. And I looked at the people. I was like, oh, okay, Bill Malone, no, Zarro, like Herb Zarro, like, okay, no, Alex, and no, David Williams, Daryl, Paul Gertner. Is there anybody normal here? Like,
nope, nobody normal is invited.
That's what I said. I was like, okay, good, whatever. Like, you just forget. You just say, okay, they're people. They're just like you. They're magicians. Let's have some fun. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much that.
And is that where you sort of tend to debut your tricks? Because I want to show a clip of one of them. I'm going to show a clip of Inexplicable.
All right. Okay. So
You know, in magic, there are like classics of magic. So, and one of the classics of magic is not only pick a card and I find it, because of course, and I did that earlier. So, one of our favorite things in magic is we love to make predictions. Yes, oh yeah, we love to do that. So basically, a prediction is something we put aside and we only check at the end. Yeah. And so here I brought a little envelope here. It's a little red envelope, and inside this envelope there is a little piece of paper. And we're going to check only at the end. What's your name, sir?
Mark.
Mark. Mark, tonight you'll be the guardian of the prediction. So I'm going to leave the prediction right here on the table. Yes? I'm going to move it a little bit further here. So now it's completely out of my reach. See? I cannot even touch it. It's good. Yeah? Okay, you don't have to trust me, but it's fine. Because Mark is going to be the guardian of the prediction, and he's going to look after it. So you must all remember something. We haven't done anything yet. Nothing has happened yet. But the prediction is already here. The envelope is already on the table. It might be a little annoying later when you realize, oh, that was before we did anything. And Mark, if I move a little too close to that prediction, yes? And if you see me moving my hand very close to the prediction, I want you to yell, attention.
Attention.
Oh, that's good. See? It's the French version of attention, even with a little Parisian accent. I like it, yes? So, I mean, maybe we can rehearse now, okay? So at any time, if you see me coming too close to the prediction,
Attention.
good, nice. That's a good one. That's a very good one. And here, I have a deck of cards here, of course, obviously, all 52 different well shuffled cards. Would you help me, sir? What's your name?
Jason.
Jason, yes. Oh, yeah. I want you to check if you have good memory, which is good. Jason, would you just check the card? That's good. Would you check the cards? Make sure they're all different, obviously. And there is nothing. You can check them one by one if you want. That's gonna be like a long night. No. Just check. No. You can check. Really, you can check. They're all different. Liz, I think it's Liz. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Good. Once again, yeah. I want to. If you have two people checking, we're good. All different.
Yeah, they're all
You're
fine.
good? Okay, good. I want you to see the skills of shuffling, your skills of shuffling. Would you shuffle the cards for me if you don't mind? Would you shuffle? Perfect. Oh, yes, same way. Yes, all the same way. Otherwise, it's going to be too easy. I saw the top card here. You need to do something. Because, yeah, people may think, he's going to use the card he saw to do something special. And would you place the card on the table for me? Perfect. I don't want to do anything here. I want you to do something very simple. Yes? You check the cards. You shuffle the cards, right? And now there is one card on the top here, and there's no way, of course, we can know about that card. Would you just take it, please, and hold it between your hands like this, face down? Perfect, yes. Did I touch the cards? No. I didn't do anything, right? You check the cards, you shuffle the cards, and you decided to stop at some point. You could have shuffled maybe 1 or 2 more seconds, 1 or 2 less seconds. And obviously, it would have been a completely different card because you did everything. I didn't touch anything. It could have been any of these 51 cards here, but it's not. It's the one you have between your hands. Please, would you just lift like this a little bit, and would you just turn over? And would you just show which card you took? Show the cards. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, wow. It's very French. Lots of hearts. Like that. That's the 10 of hearts. We can all agree. There was no way I could control that. There was no way I could know in advance that this would have happened, right? Remember, before you check the cards, before you shuffled, before you did anything, I put something here.
No way.
Yeah, way. It was
way.
yeah, way, because it was there before you did everything. Remember, I told you it might be a little annoying, but it's there. Mark, did I touch anything? No, I didn't touch anything, right? Yes, now I can touch it because it's too late. Liz's card is right here, and that's the 10 of hearts. I'm going to very, very gently and very slowly take this envelope. I'm going to turn it over, very slowly open it. And there's a piece of paper inside here. And that piece of paper, there is the 10 of hearts. It's a freaking miracle, and I want to hear you loud, so make some noise, because in that envelope here, there is one piece of paper, and on that piece of paper, one card only. Yes, of course, the 10 of hearts. It's the 10 of hearts. Yes. Yes. Well, yes. 4F is like a lab, I would say. Like there's another trick that I remember perfectly. There's this hospitality suite at 4F. So like every night after everything is over, we just go there, we meet. There's like a fridge with sodas and there are donuts and coffee and there are tables, and people can just sit and we session, we do magic to each other, we talk. It's just a wonderful moment every day that everybody's looking forward to. And one day I remember there's this trick that it's called pure telepathy. And
And pure telepathy is I created there because I saw something, I talked to people, I had this in my mind for a long time. And I remember I went to the hospitality suite, I opened the fridge, took a can of soda, and I'm like, and I don't know if it's the light coming from the fridge or something, but I got this revelation. I put the can of soda back, closed the fridge, went to my room, take the the notepad that's by your bed and the pen from the hotel, and I wrote everything down, and I'm like, oh great, that's exactly what I want. And then I went back down. I took my soda and talk. But that's how pure telepathy started.
Yes, I think
And to be honest,
a lot of tricks have been invented at 4F.
yeah, exactly. And it's like a pure butterfly act, like the very basic idea of the butterfly act came from also my tribute to Eddie Factor I did at that time, where I produced a picture of Eddie Factor at the end. So that started there too. And lots of magicians I know that, like Sean Farquhar, that's his thing every year at 4F. He's just comes, he has no idea what he's going to do. And he goes to Target next door with $20. And he takes $20 and he buys stuff. And then he comes on stage with his Target plastic bag and take things out that he just bought. And he creates basically an act every year. And I'm like, damn, I mean, I tip my hat to you, Sean, because that's pretty amazing to do that every year. And one year I remember he did something like with a funny book test. And it becomes Sherlock after, because he just changed it and make it like this thing at the end where you show all the blank pages and everything. And yeah, that's solid as 4F. And like so many people, because it's, you get so many ideas, the atmosphere, it's just very, you feel inspired, I think, by seeing so much magic and being with so many amazing people around you. So it helps a lot.
And you've also been inspired by the coronavirus.
Well, I mean, it's of course we have to. This is something we have to live with now. And well, as performers, as artists, I guess, yes, like musicians and singers, of course, did stuff about it. And as magicians, it's always nice also just to think about it and be like, okay, how can I spread the word? How can I talk about it using my art and what I can do the best in life, which is magic for me? And yeah, created this clip, Stay Home, which is, from an idea. And we talked about it recently by message. I remember that. And you said, well, that trick, that you do, that's perfect with the situation. And I'm, yes, of course. And so I had to do it. I had to do something too. But it can help also just to understand and pass the message, and people make them understand, like, oh yes, I get the point here too. And if we all do that, people will feel like, okay, it concerns everyone, me too, and I have to follow that.
It does. And unfortunately, we're going to be staying at home for some time. So what are your plans to stay sane for the next 6 to 8 weeks, or however long it's going to take? There's going to be a lot of episodes of this show. We'll have you back like 5 times.
Pretty much. Yes. There are lots of things that we never have the time to. I mean, the best thing is just to make a list and just think about everything you've just said no to for the last 6 months. And you're like, oh no, I can't do that. No, I don't have the time to do that. Or things that you have always wanted to do, but every time you said, oh, no, whenever I have time, I'll do that. Oh, well, this is a project I had for a long time, but if one day I can take, like, I don't know, a month off away from my phone and everything, go to a desert island, and I want to write that book. And here we are.
We are. It's the literal desert island books test.
Exactly. So I'm guessing, I'm hoping that next year the magic publishers will be like flooded, and we'll have lots of books to read, when we have no time at that time to read, because they would all be busy trying to make a project.
So what would be your desert island book that you would, now you're in this situation, the one book you're gonna read?
Read or write? Not write, but read.
Not write. I know you'll be writing books. You are so prolific. There'll be like 10 or 20 new Boris Wilde tricks coming out by the end of this.
I don't know. It's hard to say, honestly.
Because I bet you've got a lot of books sitting on your shelf that you haven't had a chance to read yet.
Well, that's true. That's very true. I have a few here, by the way. What is called Table? No, Table Volume 9. I'm looking for it for a long time, so that's the one I want to read right now. Oh God, no.
Copperfield has the only copy in his museum.
Yes, because he's got everything, and yeah, if there's one who has it, that's him, obviously.
So Tarbell number 9 is your desert island book.
Honestly, yes, that would be the one. Because why looking any other book? Because everything is in Tarbell. I mean, it's not a joke. Like pretty much everything is in there. Yeah. So I would go for that one. That would be a good one.
Well, unfortunately, we're running out of time, so I'm going to have to say goodbye, farewell, au revoir. Bit of French.
Oh, oui.
Oh, thank you very much. But thank you so much for spending your time with us, and we'll have to have another chat at some time in the next however long we're gifted.
Which is what? Weeks, months, years? No.
Bye-bye.